Your boy and my other boy, Tiggs Info, and I'm your host with the absolute most. What's my name? What's my game? You know what I'm saying? I got some cat food here and some soups. I'm gonna take this downstairs. Oh, you know what we do have this whole time we had it and I didn't think of it? Because it's new? We have soup in the pantry. What is? Oh my goodness. I just brought that back down. Hi, thanks. Hi. So everyone, I'm here, you are there. I have to start making breakfast. I don't know if you know this, but people get hangry. And me being such a light and fluffy dude, you can piss me off. Just be lippy with me. You're not tough, I'll crush you. And, but don't think I'm gonna be hangry. I wake up even if I'm starving, you know, I'm a nice guy. But, if I see you doing dumb stuff, I'm gonna scold you. So, we got knives here. We're gonna cut toasted tomato sandwiches. How you doing? And I'm gonna cut 3 tomatoes. And that's gonna be that. We're gonna wash these tomatoes under scalding hot water for about 20 seconds or so. First set of toast is popped. You know what that means? We gotta get to the butter station. We gotta get to the Buttermobile fast. And we're using, for the record, olive oil base oil. The butter station. Alright, and like so, and like so. Now we gotta grab toast. I have dripping wet hands. This is not recommended when using a toaster. Wash and dry your hands after thoroughly, and then hop on into toasting toasters. So, what you may be thinking is, hey, you got enough time to start buttering before your toast going? That's just stupid. Get your toast in, and then start buttering. Because you do have enough time, obviously. I'm doing it. So we got 8 toasts started. I gotta chop tomatoes. We're halfway through breakfast already, and I barely started. So we're gonna put a bit of this on the fork, our fork. We don't have a butter knife. Plus, we don't even have butter. This is basil olive oil, plant-based olive oil, margarine, basil style stuff. Everyone's like, "Oh, that stuff is processed." Are you a complete goof? Do you know that butter is also processed? You complete goof. So, you know, everything is processed. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, but this is processed." Dude, I don't care if you eat meat. I don't care if you eat air. Everything you eat from the store is processed, goof. If you're eating it out of the ground and it grew on a tree, that's the only way it's not processed. Raw, right? Processing means you cut it up, you chop it up, and then you start cooking and you perform a process onto it. When you cook it, you're probably giving yourself a pack of cigarettes in every bite if you eat meat. Because you gotta cook meat in order to bring down the chance of disease to have success of killing you. This is why you have to cook meat. I don't cook my raspberries. Are we clear? But if I went to the Walmart that I just came from, I might have to cook my raspberries because Total Goofs work there. But that's another story. Let's move on. Walmart, Canada, you guys have some of the worst hygiene. I don't know. Superstore, I gotta thank you. You have actually people in the produce section that actually value produce. Walmart Canada is it's like a sloth, you know, it's like a meth head sloth, you know? I can't find nothing good about it. Nothing. Slow as molasses. All your fruit and vegetables is covered in black flies and thrips and gnats. It's disgusting. It's literally disgusting. Do you know that those bugs pee and poo every 2 seconds while they're eating on the produce? So literally your food is covered in bug shit. So this is the world we live in. It'd be okay if it happened outside while it's growing on the tree, somewhat okay. Then you would just blame the farmer for being such a goof. He didn't get out there and shake his leaves a little bit, spray them down once in a while with water and a couple neem oil, some harmless, bug killing agents without using pesticides. But no, that's not the case. These are fully engulfed in bugs at the grocery store. So it's like, it blows my mind to know that there's not a sanitary section for produce at Walmart. It's disgusting. The Walmart produce section grosses me out heavily, heavily, and it's bad. It'd be different if it was just me who noticed this, but there are hundreds of other people in Canada that have noticed the same thing. So when you're watching this, Walmart Canada, just remember, you guys are, you're doing the bare minimum to put food on the table for Canadians. The bare minimum. Let's make it known, you know? Your level of cleanliness is a 0. You get a fucking 0. So, I actually get the heebie-jeebies as if I'm walking into like a meth head's apartment when I walk into a Walmart produce section. Grosses me right out. So now you have 8 toasts. I'm gonna go slap these on the table, cut the tomato, sea salt everything. Maybe even a dash of seasoning salt. Between the seasoning salt and the sea salt is gonna be magic, okay? And I am, of course, your host with the absolute most, Magician Info. Okay? I'm a freaking wizard, bro. So once you get this down, my mom wanted to watch me play Call of Duty Mobile yesterday. I was like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny, but it was kind of cute. But at the same time, I wanted to, but it takes me like 4 hours to download the game. 60 gigabytes on the phone, plus like some more, probably 75 gigabytes of downloads now. The spyware on that game is ridiculous. So I highly recommend everybody uninstall the video game Call of Duty Mobile, because they're all scammers. I'm playing Mobile Legends. Slightly better, I'm not sure how much. Same company, Tencent, $1 trillion video game company. Tencent is the only $1 trillion video game company in China. That should scare some people. North Americans can't get enough of TikTok. All the parents can't get enough of TikTok. They think it's a cool thing to have all the Chinese, the greatest people in the world. No, I'm kidding. Probably some of the most evil people in the world have full data on your children. Think about that. So keep just mindlessly just living your life, because you're mindless. So I got the tomatoes smashed. We got 8 slices of toast did, and I'm gonna do sea salt, which is on the ledge, and I have the seasoning salt I just put down. Okay, now you want to do plates. I've got 3 plates, 8 slices of bread, which is just a dumb thing because that doesn't even work. But my mom doesn't. She eats like a bird, so let's give my mom these 2. And I've never heard my mom complain about sliced tomatoes before, too thin or this or that. So, in fact, I think my mom likes thick slices of tomato. It's like the total opposite of my wife. So I'm going to cut my mom's tomatoes just in case she's a complainer like my wife. I don't see my mom very often. I don't think she is. She's a complainer, but in her own right. My wife is a complainer when it comes to food. I'm not a complainer if you know, listen, I like vegetables. Okay, so I'm not a complainer. Don't serve me up eggs, butter, and milk, and like a bunch of other shit on my plate. I'm gonna complain. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna be pissed off at you. Okay? Fuck. Boil some rice. Slap in the green pepper. If you have brains, there's Impossible meat. You've seen my show. I love that stuff. Get me some Impossible meat. I'll come over, right? Maybe once. If you suck at cooking, I'm never coming over again. I'll eat the food and I won't complain. I'll say it was tasty, and you will never see me again. All right? So we've got copious amounts of tomatoes. If it's too much, damn it, let my mom throw some tomatoes on the ground, right? So we've got that done. I'm gonna pass her salmon. Now, do I lose bonus points from the wife if I just bring one from my ma and not mine? Whoa, freaking whoa. My mom likes salt way more than I do. I don't know how much salt is enough. I'm gonna put a tiny bit and then just take the whole jar down there for her because I'm sure I'm not doing it right. Alright, so there's that. And now we're gonna put this on there.
Mom, do you want mayonnaise, Hellman's vegan mayo on your toasted tomato sandwich?
Yeah, just a bit, please.
Oh, okay. She's the total opposite of my wife and she eats like me. Imagine that. Imagine that. My mom likes what I like. Oh my god, I gotta get this almond drink in me. Where is the Hellman's? Imagine we're out of Hellman's. My poor mom, this morning I told my mom, like, hey, do you want some toast? This was like 3 hours ago. I'm like, hey mom, you want some toast? She's like, yeah, sure, I'll have a couple slices. And then I come upstairs and I'm looking everywhere in the fridge. I'm like, I know there's 8 fucking hamburger buns here somewhere. But there isn't. I guess we've had a few days of toasted tomato sandwiches, and they all got eaten. So that happened. Now I can't find the freaking mail. I think it might be downstairs. And I don't know why. It might be downstairs because why would it be? It's out. Almost broke my finger on the door. Hang on. I gotta get the mayonnaise. It's actually Hellman's vegan mayo.
I'm okay, just, I do want salt and pepper on it.
Swear word. Swear words. Multiple bunches of swear words in a paragraph. Exclamation point, swear word, exclamation point. We're still looking. We're gonna find mail. Whoa. Flying Caesar salads. Flying spring mixes. Satanic spring mixes flying at me. Bill Gaddes was right. Satan is real, folks. Praise Jeebus. Praise Jeebus. Oh crap, I can't repent my sins. I'm out of cash this Sunday. Shit, boys. Someone quick super chat me. I'm out of cash. I gotta repent my sins at the church. You guys don't know that, do you? That's a little teaser for you. The way they go about things is so crazy. I found the mail. I knew if I swore in my mind, if I used swear words in my mind, I knew I would get it. How in hell am I going to repent my sins this Sunday? I ain't got cash for church. How in the hell is the good Lord going to forgive me? Eating all them babies in England next to the castle. Oh, see what I did there? Oh, see what I did there? That was awesome. So now we've got this. I went for a picnic with the Queen. I just didn't realize the kids were on the menu. How you doing? This is a comedy show. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. You try and stop me. Poke your little beady eyes out in front of me so I can see what you look like. Sticking up for that scum society. Come at me. I got one Sammy down. So we're hoping we can get enough people with good hearts to go check a landfill, because the cops in Winnipeg won't do it, right? And I don't know what's going on, man. They must have a lot of stuff they don't want people to see in those landfills in Winnipeg. Because in Ontario, They searched the landfill for one person, a lady in 2018 or 19. Her son was missing, unfortunately, and they found her son in a landfill in Ontario. So searches do work in landfills, and they do bring peace to families that have lost a loved one in Canada. Why is it that Manitoba refuses to do a search? I would definitely say there's corruption. That's why. That's why. You know, there's an old story, an old saying about cops used to drive Aboriginal people into the middle of nowhere in the wintertime and take their shoes. You guys don't know the truth, eh? But I'm here to tell you a little bit of it. It's very sickening what's out there, eh? How about this story? A cop in Portage la Prairie. A cop in Portage la Prairie beat his wife so bad, and then she ran naked through the snow to go to the Portage la Prairie precinct. When she got there, the cops dismissed the charges against the cop that, like, he worked for that precinct, eh? This is a huge thing. There is now no longer a precinct in Portage la Prairie because of that incident. So, and I've got other incidents too. There's incidents, I'm not going to say the area, but it's further in another area. And they shot at a guy. They shot at a guy with shotguns. And they closed down that precinct. They shot a guy's car up so bad. Luckily, he lived. But this shit goes on. This shit goes on. But you won't see that on the media. In liar news stations. Okay, Matt, this one's for you. Handle that carefully and take it, squish down on here. Take a quick bite. Okay, this one's for you. Take a little bite out of your lip. Nadine, you want another one? Yeah. Choose one. One's not bad for you.
I'll just wait for one of them.
One? Half of one?
No.
God, God, look at this. Sandwich. You're a little shit, you know? Alright, everyone is fed except me, which is fine. I can't get any grouch here. So we're just gonna set a timer and see if that's true. 1 hour. No, I'm just kidding.
I gotta eat. I'm gonna just start slamming shit.
I start off slow though. I start off with a, hey, how you doing? This is Silk, 8 grams of protein, almond and cashew. And a couple cups of that down me. And now I gotta drain my plate. This is covered in tomato juices. I'm gonna do open face sandwiches. My mom used to make these for me when I was a kid. I have a crap ton of tomato here. And we're gonna use it up, okay? With 4 open face sandwiches, all right? We're gonna have twice the surface area of availability to slap down tomatoes. You understand? I'm not sure what that sound is, but it's annoying. Cowbell or something, I'm not sure. Next, Hellmann's. I'm gonna put my my food on a plate here. I'm gonna do that. I'm pretty hungry. Those are hunger burps. I just digested 2 glasses of almond drink there, cashew milk. That's how fast it works. I went for a picnic with Elizabeth. And then I wasn't hungry when I saw little kid toes poking out of her sandwich, yo. I went for a picnic with Elizabeth. Turns out she loves kids a little more than I expected. I don't know. I saw Joe Biden sniffing a kid. I thought it was weird. Maybe he's trying to smell like prime rib or something, you know? What is he trying to sniff off of there? So, Joe Biden was sniffing kids, and then Joe Biden is creepy as you wouldn't even understand. He's so handsy. Handsy people are really, you know, I put my hand on someone's shoulder or something. The only reason I do is I want them to know I either like you or I don't. And if I don't like you, I'm not putting my hand on your shoulder. And, some people are extra handsy, you know? Especially like if I've never met somebody before, I'm not going near them. It has nothing to do with you freaks and your 6 feet apart and your masks, and it has nothing to do with that. I simply don't get close to people I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't. It's probably the smartest thing a person could do. Look at the size of these tomato slices. If I served this up to my wife, we'd be divorced. Oh, look at the size. It's like the size of the bread. It's as thick as the bread. Watch. I have no problem eating this. Watch this. My wife can't do that. It don't even taste that good. My mom lied to me. This sandwich tastes like shit. Oh, there's no salt. I'm cutting back on salt though, so forget it. Mom, this doesn't taste very good. Doesn't taste very good at all. This bread is a little bit dry. I'm gonna freaking call Dempster's. I'm gonna leave them the dirtiest message I can leave them now. I am gonna call them. This bread is shitty. They always have good bread. I don't even want free shit from them. Just tell them to smarten up. Start fucking baking me better bread. I'll stop buying this. It felt really dry when I put it in the toaster, but this bread tastes like shit. It tastes like a cardboard box. Hello?
Goodbye. Merci d'avoir
Jeez. That's gonna do it for this episode. I'm gonna go, I don't like sitting downstairs. I don't like sitting on the couches. I don't like downstairs. I don't like people's basements. I don't like any basements. I don't know why. I like being upstairs. I like being in the sunlight. I don't like dark, dingy basements. Plus the couches suck down there. There's no good seating spots. It's mostly seating. I find my area down there is only good for a couple people. And then it's just like crap. And I'm the kind of guy that gets a good seat, or I just will not gonna sit. And I'm not like, hey, that's my seat. I don't do that. I don't play like that. I don't have a seat. I don't sit anywhere. That is like my spot. I've never been like that. I can't stand people that are like that. People, when you walk into someone's house and you don't feel very welcome, they're like, oh, you're in my chair. It's like, well, just go. I'll just go. I had a greasy old uncle like that. I didn't like him. He's a mean fucker. Super mean guy. He took me horseback riding when I was like 8 and scared the living shit right out of me. I swear if I was 18, if I would have been 10 years older, I would have hopped off that horse and kicked his ass so fast. But I was 8, and he was like 40, and he thought it was just hilarious to scare me. I'm glad that guy rotted. He's one of the most evil people I've ever met on my good side of my family. He's not my blood though. My relative married him, unfortunately for them. Absolute alcoholic. Just a dirty old drunk. I used to date this girl, and he used to hit on my girlfriend at the bar. He's such a greasy old dude, man. Greasy old dude. And trust me when I say old men are super disgusting. Not all of them. 99% of them. My great aunt was such a good guy. So there's that. Someone at least, you know? I've never scared a kid in my life. I've never scared a kid in my life. Especially as a 40-year-old man. I can't imagine what it takes how you could do that to a kid. Like, what kind of shitty person do you have to be to do that? I'm telling you though, you mess with the wrong Viking, you're gonna end up in the ground. And I mean, when I say we went horseback riding, these horses were full grown. These were big ass horses. Well fed, well groomed, well cared for, strong. I've been on four-wheelers, quads, trikes. I'm telling you, this horse was fucking clipping. And I was feeling my ass leave the seat like every 3 seconds, like for a good second or two. And then I started to like levitate. And then the fucking horse was just like uncontrollable. And I'm sitting there screaming and crying. I basically pissed everywhere probably. And my uncle is looking at me just laughing. I swear if I could do it all over again, I'd hit him with a shovel. I'd hit him with a fucking shovel. But people don't really know like what somebody else does with your kid when you're not around, right? I've never had a dad. So if I had a dad, you know, and I went and was like, hey dad, fucking uncle is a total goof. Look, listen to what he did. I guarantee you any proper dad would have driven that dude right into the ground. All I had was a mom though. And my mom, she loved me and she cared for me, but she just doesn't, no backbone. And most 99% of mothers, there's zero backbone. And most mothers will not stand up against somebody else, you know, who's dirty and evil, right? Horrifying, absolutely terrifying. Like, and here's the thing, everyone's like, I remember like a year after this, Clark Kent died Superman died on a horse or something like that, where he broke his back on a horse and everyone was so sad. And I'm like, do you fuckers remember when I told you about what fucking uncle did to me? Like, does anybody here realize what could have happened to me as a 9-year-old boy? It's like, he shouldn't even have been allowed at fucking Christmas parties, man. We should have chained him up in the corner for the entire Christmas party. Throwing shit at him, you know? You guys got any horrible uncle stories? Leave a comment down below. Don't tell me about like, you know what? Let it out. Let it out in the comment section. And let me know if you can top my horrible uncle story. Got the bread did out of the washroom right away. Oh, excuse me. My mom's downstairs. She does not like when I burp. There's nothing I can do about it. Those horrible fucking sandwiches. Saw Roman Atwood's podcast the other day. Brittany was throwing makeup on him. So I started questioning everything.